Hi, it's Divyajyoti Mahapatra. Welcome to my channel DJM Physics. Hello students. In this class, we learn a very important lesson, how to write a vector in mathematical form. Okay. To do that, we have to go through different concepts. Those are unit vectors, resolution of vectors, rectangular unit vectors, and all that. Okay, so let us start. Up to now, if I have a vector, now till now whatever I learn, according to that, if this is x vector, this is y vector. Okay, if a vector is given like this, let it is a vector, making an angle of 30 degree here. Okay, and it is asked to explain the vector. Okay, let the unit it is having a 5 unit magnitude. Okay, write down this vector. Don't you cannot draw, just you have to write down it to explain where the vector is and what is the magnitude. So what I can write is a vector equal to 5 units. Okay, and you have to mention the direction. What is the direction? Along 30 degree with positive x axis along positive towards positive y axis, So this is how we have to write this vector. Now while we are going to do some mathematical operation, this kind of writing form is not going to help us. So now I want to write this thing in a mathematical way. Means if I write a vector equal to this much, then this direction should not be mentioned or may not require to mention. These 5 units, that is okay. The 5 is a number, that is okay. If it is a force 5 Newton, then I can write 5 Newton along 30 degree with positive x axis towards positive y axis. If the angle is here, or if let a f vector is here of magnitude let 10 Newton and this angle is let some 20 degree, then what I can write? I have to write that f vector equal to 10 Newton from negative y axis towards positive x axis, from negative y axis towards positive x axis, that you have to mention. So I don't want to write all these things to write down a vector. I just want a mathematical form of the vector. That is the whole aim throughout today's class. But for that, we have to first understand what is called a unit vector. Remember that whatever concept we are going to learn, unit vector, resolution of vector, rectangular unit vector and all that are discovered, or they are used only to fulfill this thing, to write a vector mathematically. Okay, so let us first come to the unit vector. What is a unit vector? If this is a force vector, if this is f vector of magnitude let 20 Newton, okay, then unit vector of f vector can be a vector which is along the same direction of f vector and having a magnitude of 1 Newton or 1 unit. If it is 20 Newton or if it is 10 Newton, it is 30 Newton, does not matter. But my unit vector must have a magnitude of 1 unit. That is why the name unit vector. And its direction must be along the direction of the f vector. And how that is going to be represented? It is written as f cap. F, and above that there is a cap symbol, and I will read it as f cap. Remember that f cap is also a vector. Okay, although I am not using vector symbol, but it is also a vector. Only it has a special characteristics that it is having a magnitude of 1 unit. Okay, and what is the direction of f cap? It is along the direction of f vector. Similarly, if let this is b vector, okay, or let it is v vector of magnitude let 3 meter per second. then what will be v cap, or what will be the unit vector of v vector? Along the same direction, okay, and having a magnitude of 1 meter per second, 1 unit. Here it is 3 meter per second. The magnitude of this v cap must be 1 unit, or it must be 1 meter per second. Okay, so v cap is a unit vector of v vector. Okay, remember that v vector and v cap must have the same direction, but v vector can have any velocity, but v cap can only have 1 unit of magnitude. If it is 1 kilometer per hour, it must be 1. If it is 3 kilometer per hour, it will be 1 kilometer per hour. If it is 10 meter per second, it will be 1 meter per second, like that. Now, as we know that if we multiply, okay, let me first write it here. So I can write now f vector as 20 f cap Newton. Now how 20 f cap Newton? See, f cap is a vector with which I have multiplied 20, and as we know in the first lesson or first video of the chapter, there I have completely explained that if you multiply a scalar with a vector or a number with a vector, its direction is not going to change, only what will change? Its magnitude. So now if I am multiplying 20 with f cap, then what happened? The f cap was of 1 Newton, now it will multiply with 20, it will have 20 Newton, and its direction will be same as f vector. So I can obviously write this f vector equal to 20 f cap Newton. Okay, where this 20 will give you the magnitude and this f cap will give you the direction. Similarly, this v vector, what I can write? V vector equal to 3 v cap meter per second. And how it can be correct? Because v cap will give you the direction of v vector, because that is defined as v cap and v vector must have same direction, and 3 I have multiplied. So if we will 3 multiply with v cap, its magnitude is going to be 3 times. So v cap has 1 meter per second, it is 3 times, so it will be 3 meter per second. So 3 v cap will be equal to v vector. This is how you are going to represent a vector. Okay, and again 3 will give you the magnitude and v cap will give you the direction. Now the question is, again we have the same problem, because if I am simply writing that f vector equal to 20 f cap Newton without giving this diagram, how I can know in which direction it went? Because there f cap direction has to be mentioned, and here without diagram if you want to write, then again you have to mention the direction of f cap, that f cap is along this direction making 20 degree or making 30 degree with this. Like here, if I will write this vector as a vector equal to 5 a cap units, then it's okay, it is correct. But the question is again the same. What was my final aim? My initial aim. My initial aim was to write the vector in mathematical form without using a diagram. But now if I will write 5 a cap, can you define this vector? No. Can you show where the vector went? Because this a cap direction is not mentioned in this expression. So till now the aim is not fulfilled, but we have learned a concept that any vector can be written as a vector magnitude into a cap. Okay, like here v vector can be written as v vector magnitude. What is v vector magnitude? 3 into v cap. F vector was written as f vector magnitude, which is 20 into f cap. So a vector can be written as a vector magnitude into a cap, or I can simply write it as a cap. So this is the final thing till now we learn. Any vector can be written as its magnitude into its unit vector, or I can simply write it as a cap, because a means magnitude of a vector. All the vector f vector can be written as f vector magnitude into f cap. Okay, so this is how you are going to this is the concept of unit vector actually. If someone is asking you define unit vector, then you can define it as a vector which is along the direction of the given vector, but having a magnitude of 1 unit, that is known as the unit vector of the given vector. Okay, a vector is given or a f vector is given. You have defined a vector which is along the direction of the given vector and it has a magnitude of 1 unit. Then I can tell this vector as the unit vector of this vector. Remember, f cap, a cap, v cap, these all are also 1 vector. Is it clear? And mathematically I can define a vector as, a unit a cap as a cap equal to this. From here I can write a cap equal to a vector by a vector magnitude. A vector by a vector magnitude. So, this is the mathematical definition of a cap, that unit vector can be defined as the ratio between the vector and its magnitude. Okay, the ratio between a vector and its magnitude is known as the unit vector of the given vector. That is how you can define it mathematically. Okay. In your copy, I should not find the notes in this form like this. I am teaching you in this manner, but you cannot write your copy like this. In your copy like this, what you have to write in your copy? First write unit, give the unit vector definition. This is not needed. First give the heading unit vector. Then write down the definition of unit vector as I have explained. Then write down one diagram you draw and write it down. Then the general expression. Then this definition. Like that you have to write. You can follow the book also to write the notes. Okay, but understand from the video. Now let us come to the next part, because till now our aim is not fulfilled. I cannot write like this and I cannot tell, okay, I have written the a vector, I have shown the a vector without a diagram. No. So, because here also the same problem, a cap direction is not known. So, now let us again modify this concept further to fulfill or to move towards the fulfillment of the initial aim. Okay. Now, our next part is rectangular unit vector. Rectangular unit vectors, or I can tell it as orthogonal unit vector. Orthogonal unit vectors. Okay. Now let us know what is this. Very simple. As we know, we have 3 axes normally: x axis, y axis and z axis. Okay. So, we have 3 axes in coordinate system. We have 3 axes: x axis, y axis and z axis. Similarly, along this direction minus x, along this direction minus y and along this direction minus z exists. Okay. This is x dash, this will be y dash and this will be, this I am drawing it in dotted form, this will be z dash. Now, those who do not know about z axis, or you must know, but let me just give you just one line here. X and y is like this, z is actually not like this. Remember that z vector is like this, okay, like this, perpendicular to x axis and also to y axis. Okay, this is z axis actually, but I cannot draw it on the page or on the paper. That is why we have drawn it like this. It does not mean that z vector is along this direction. This is x vector, this is y vector and this is z vector. Remember. And what is the angle between x and y? Obviously, x and y has having an angle of 90 degree. Similarly, what is the angle between x and z? This is your z axis. So, what is the angle between x and z? 90 degree again. See, between this vector and this vector, what is the angle? 90 degree. Similarly, angle between y axis and z axis is again 90 degree. From here, it is not clearly seen because it is 3D, 3 dimension. You cannot draw it completely on a paper, but you have to remember that this is z axis. Okay, and what is minus z axis? From this point downward direction, that is your minus z axis. Okay. Now, we want to define 3 unit vector. A unit vector along the x axis, I want to write it as I cap. Okay, and a unit vector along the y axis is known as or is defined as j cap, and a unit vector along the z axis is defined as k cap. Scientists may have, in some books you may also find that it is written as x cap, it is written as y cap and it is written as z cap. Along x axis x cap, along y axis y cap, along z axis z cap. But due to some reason, maybe it is in many books or in maximum books, they have not written it as x cap, I cap, it is as j cap and it is as k cap, and we are going to use the same symbol. So what is I cap? Very simple, I cap is a unit vector of x axis, okay, or unit vector along x axis, that is I cap. J cap unit vector along y axis, k cap unit vector along z axis. Similarly, what is a unit vector along along this direction? If this direction you will draw a unit vector, what will be that? If this is I cap, this will be minus I cap, obviously, because in the negative direction. Similarly, you can define minus j cap and minus j cap and minus k cap also. Now here one point very careful, that angle between x axis and y axis is 90 degree. So obviously angle between I cap and j cap will be 90 degree. Similarly, I have told that again k cap is not like this, k cap is along this direction, this is y axis and k cap is a unit vector along this direction. So what is the angle between I cap and k cap? 90 degree. Angle between j cap and k cap is again 90 degree. Okay, so that you have to remember. Now what happen if we define this term? Some of the previous m is fulfilled. How? Now if you have a force vector, if it is x axis, it is y axis, and I have a force along this direction, let it is a F vector having a magnitude of 10 Newton, then I can write without this diagram also, I can, if I will write F vector equal to 10 I cap Newton, if I will simply write this without drawing this diagram, one will surely understand that this is a vector or this is a force vector along the x axis having a magnitude of 10 Newton. How to know along the x axis? Because I cap is there. Is it clear? So here I should write it F cap, okay, or I can write it as I cap also, because here the F cap is I cap. F cap is a vector along this and I cap is also vector along this x axis. So why to write F cap? Because F cap if you write, there is no particular definition, but if you write I cap, it has a particular definition. So if someone will write F vector equal to 10 I cap Newton, he don't have to draw this diagram to explain along which direction it went. If it is 10 I cap Newton, then obviously it is a force vector which is along the x axis having a magnitude of 10. Similarly, if someone is writing V vector equal to let 3 or minus 3 j cap meter per second. What is that? Minus 3 j cap meter per second. Then what does this mean? It means along the y axis minus 3 meter per second, or you can write the same thing as V vector equal to 3 minus j cap meter per second. We normally does not write in this form. This is the appropriate form to write, but we can understand it properly from here. V vector equal to 3 minus j k meter per second. What do we mean by that? It is a velocity vector along the minus y axis, okay, having a magnitude of 3 meter per second. If someone is writing this minus 3 j cap, it does not mean minus, you can also tell that minus 3 meter per second along j cap, but that has the same meaning as this 3 meter per second along minus j cap. So it is better to remember that this minus symbol does not come from this magnitude part, rather it came from this direction part. So half of the m is fulfilled. If a vector is along x, along y, along z, or along minus z, minus x, minus y, then I can simply write it in mathematical form by using this I cap, j k and k cap. Now why I am telling half of my m is fulfilled? Because it is not certain that every vector will be along x or along y or along z. A vector can be of here also, vector can be here also, a vector can be here also. Then how to write those vectors? That is our next step. I think this part is clear. There are three vectors. Okay, another thing, why they are known as rectangular unit vectors? What is the rectangular unit vector? These three, I cap, j cap and k cap. These three are known as rectangular unit vectors or orthogonal unit vector. Orthogonal means perpendicular, remember. Orthogonal means perpendicular. And since these three are perpendicular to each other, that is why this is known as what? Orthogonal unit vector. Why rectangular unit vector? Exactly same reason, because in rectangle every angle is 90 degree. So just by according to that similarity, it is written as I cap, j k, k p are known as rectangular unit vectors. Okay. So what you have to take the note here? Just write rectangular unit vector, draw this diagram, show the unit vectors along this, and just write one example. Draw a vector and you can write it like this, that much. But remember this concept. Okay. Now let us come to the next point, where we will learn about vector resolution and we will define any vector. Till now we can only write the mathematical form of vectors which are along axis, but after learning the vector resolution, we can know how to write mathematically any vector. Okay. Now let us come. So here we will learn about vector resolution or resolution of vectors. Okay. Now what do we mean by that, resolution of vector? If there is a vector given like this, that it is a vector, okay, this is x axis and this is y axis. Now I will draw two more vector. Draw a perpendicular on this line on the x axis and draw a vector from here to here like this. Okay. And again draw a perpendicular from this point on the on the y axis and draw a vector from origin to here along this direction. A vector was given to me and I have drawn two vector, one vector like this, one vector like this. Up to what this vector should go? Till this perpendicular, and this vector should go till this perpendicular. Okay. Now for some reason let me write it as ax vector. For now it is just a vector which is named as ax vector, and this is just a vector which is named as ay vector. Okay. Now if you remember the parallelogram law, it is a rectangle, and as we know all rectangles are parallelogram. So this vector and this vector, they represent two sides of a parallelogram drawn in opposite orders, and this vector is nothing but the diagonal of that parallelogram. Okay. So I can obviously tell by using parallelogram law that a vector equal to ax vector plus ay vector, using parallelogram law. From where I got it? Using parallelogram law. Yes or no? So I can tell that in the other word also I can tell that if I will add these two vector, I am getting this, or I can tell that if I will divide this vector into two components, then I will get ax vector and ay vector. So I can tell it that this was a vector which I have divided or which I have resolved into two components. One component along this and one component along this, and the angle is 90 degree because it is the angle between x and y axis, so it must be 90 degree. Okay. Now let this angle is theta. If this angle is theta, okay, I can write this vector, this ax vector magnitude I want to find. Okay, let me give some name. Let it is point P, point Q, this point is point S, this vector is a vector. Okay, this point is let point S, and let this point is point T. Now from this triangle PQS, okay, from triangle PQS, what is the value of cos theta? In this triangle, what is the value of cos theta? Base by hypotenuse. So it will be PQ divided by PS. But what is PQ is? PQ is nothing but ax vector's magnitude. This length only I am talking about. So what is this? This vector is ax vector. So what is this length will be? Ax vector magnitude, or simply I can write ax divided by this What is this length is? This vector is a vector, so the length will be a vector magnitude or a. Or I can write from here, I can write ax equal to a cos theta. Ax magnitude is a cos theta. Similarly, from the same triangle PQS, what will the value of sin theta? Sin theta will be this P perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. So it will be QS divided by PS. QS is nothing but this QS, I can write it as PT also, because this side, this is a rectangle, so this side and this side must same. So it will be PT divided by PS. Now what is PT is? PT is nothing but this PT vector is AY vector. So PT length will be AY vector's magnitude or simply AY. Now what is PS vector? PS distance, PS vector is a vector, so PS distance is A. So from here I can write that AY equal to A sin theta. Is it clear, these two parts? If these two parts are clear, then by using this and this, what I have written? No, I am adding this AX vector and AY vector to get A vector. Okay. So I can write like this also, that A vector equal to AX vector. What is this AX vector now? AX vector magnitude, that is A cos theta, into AX vector direction, that is nothing but I cap, plus AY vector. AY vector will be AY vector magnitude into AY, this is not AY vector, this is AY vector's magnitude, into its direction I have to add. AY vector direction is along J cap. So I can write A vector like this also. This was the form, or I can write A vector as this also. Okay, it means A vector is resolved into two components. One component is this and another component is this. This is how actually you are going to add the, this is how you are actually going to use the or resolve the vectors. Now let us understand what does this mean. Okay, let there is a force vector is given. Let there is a force of 10 Newton is there. Okay, it is x axis, it is y axis, and this angle is given as let 60 degree. So I can resolve this vector in two vectors, one along this and one along this, one along this and one along this. This vector, how much magnitude it will be have? A cos theta. I cap is the direction, that is why I have given this direction, but what will the magnitude will be? A cos theta. So this value will be, A is 10 here, 10 into cos 60 degree, or it will be equal 10 into half, that is 5 Newton, and it will be 10 into sin 60 degree, that will be 10 into root 3 by 2 or equal to 5 root 3 Newton. So remember, if this vector I want to write mathematically, so what does that vector become? Let it is F vector. Okay, let it is F vector. So I can write F vector as 5 I cap plus 5 root 3 J cap Newton. Is it clear to everyone? 10 Newton I can divide in two components. So I have divided 5 Newton along this and 5 root 3 Newton along this. How I got this 5? Now A cos theta will be towards this and A sin theta will be towards this. So A cos theta I found 5 and this 5 root 3. Now if you are writing vector form, you cannot write 5 plus 5 root 3. 5 is magnitude. What is this direction? Along x cap. So 5 I cap plus this is 5 root 3. So 5 root 3 along y axis. So j cap. So if you write this vector, actually you have written that this is a vector of 10 Newton having or making 60 degree along x axis towards y axis. F vector has a magnitude of 10 Newton, and it is a vector making an angle of 60 degree with x axis towards y axis. This much word you have mentioned in this mathematical form, because all this term you got from 60 and 10 by using the concept of vector resolution you have found that. Is it clear? Now let us tell you some other example, because in exam you cannot do all this a cos theta, a sin theta like this, then you will find a form and then you cannot put. So let us check, is there any shortcut? If a vector is not like this, if a vector is given here, v vector, and this angle is 30 degree, shall I have to draw this triangle, then derive this, and then I have to do? Or is there any shortcut is there, or is there any trick is there? Let us understand that, so that the mathematical form will be easier. So what you have to write here? Just give vector resolution, draw this diagram, ax, ay vector, then this and this, then this. Okay, this much part you write, then this example, give it as an example, then this diagram and this thing you write. Okay, now we will learn what is the shortcut or what are the tricks that we can use to write any vector. This actually you have learned, this is any vector, this is not along this was not along x axis, this was along some other direction with a 60 degree angle, but we have write that vector also in mathematical form. Okay, so now you will learn some tricks. Now if the vector is like this, or if the vector is towards this, shall I have to write all this thing, or I can write that directly? Okay, let us check. You have to remember that if this is x, this is y, and a vector is towards this direction, a vector, if this angle is theta, then you can divide it two component, along this direction a cos theta, along this direction a sin theta, and according to the axis, along which axis it went, according to that you have to write I cap and j cap, or whatever direction it is maybe. Now remember it in this way, that in whichever axis this theta is given or theta is attached to, towards that axis the cos theta component will move, and towards the other axis the sin theta component will move. Similarly, if a vector is along this direction, okay, a vector is along this direction, this is y axis, this is x dash axis, this is x and this is y dash, and let this angle is 30 degree, and let this is v vector. So how the components will be? Theta is attached here, so here v cos theta will be along this direction, here along this direction v cos 30 degree will come, and along this direction v sin 30 will come. Okay, 30 degree is here, so whichever axis it is attached, along that you write cos theta, and along the other axis you write sin theta. And remember along which two it will divide. Here it is in this first quadrant, that is where it is divided along like this here and here. If it is in this quadrant, then it will divide among these two axes. If it is along this quadrant, then it will be divided among this axis. If it is along this quadrant, it will be divided among this axis. Okay, and here if you write the vector form, then along this, what is the direction? J cap, because it is along y axis. Along this it is not I cap, it is along this direction, so it will be minus I cap. Okay, let us take an example. By using this shortcut, let us do one example, proper example. Let this is x axis, x dash axis, y axis and y dash axis, and a velocity vector of v vector equal to, it is given that it is of let 20 meter per second, making an angle of 60 degree here. Okay, and the question is write down the mathematical form of this vector. So what you have to do? If the v vector is towards this and the theta is given here along this direction, this is your y dash, okay, this was your y dash. So along this direction, how much it will come? V into cos 60. Along towards this it is cos. Don't remember that along x it is cos. No. Here you can see theta is attached here, not here. So the cos component will come here. So what will be this component will be V into cos 60 degree. Now cos 60 is 1 by 2, so it will be 10 meter per second. And its another component will be towards this is x axis, its another component will be towards this. Okay, and don't draw the components like this. You should draw, if the v vector is here, you should draw up to this line. You don't have to draw the perpendicular, but at least use some common sense up to what this component will be. If your v vector is like this, you cannot draw your v cos theta up to here, or you cannot draw your v cos theta up to here. If your v vector is here, you cannot draw v sin theta up to here. No, v sin theta will be up to here. Okay. So what will be this value will be? It will be v into sin 60 degree. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So it will be 10 root 3 meter per second. So if I write v vector in mathematical form, it will be v vector equal to, along x axis how much? 10 root 3. So 10 root 3 I cap plus along this direction 10, and what is the direction is minus j cap, because it is minus z axis this much, and in bracket you can write meter per second because the unit was meter per second. Okay. So similarly, or you can just write down the next step as v vector equal to 10 root 3 I cap minus 10 j cap meter per second. This is how you can write. This is a v vector. I think now you can do for all the vectors. This is your assignment. Assignment is write the mathematical form of the following vectors, of the following a vector, b vector and c vector. This is let x axis, this is let y axis. Your a vector is here. Okay, and this angle is 45 degree and it is of 2 units. Okay. Similarly, your b vector is here. This is your b vector. This angle is given as let some 60 degree and its magnitude is let 4 units. Okay. So you have to write the mathematical form of a vector and mathematical form of b vector. This is your assignment completed. Okay, and remember the trick how to write it is very important, not only for class 11 but also for class 12 and entrance and also for higher classes. This is very important to resolve, to find how to resolve a vector. Okay. Now let us come to the next point. So what till now what we learned? A vector can be written as ax I cap plus ay j cap. Okay, where ax was some value and ay value, ax and ay value we can find. But if this is for 2 dimension, if you write it for 3 dimension, then obviously it will have another component will be az k cap. If this is a 2 dimension part and this vector, if a vector is like this, okay, then it will have 2 component, one along this and one along this, 2 component. But if the vector is like this, now it is a 3 dimension vector. It has some length also, it has some width also, and it has some height also. So obviously it will have 3 component. One is along this direction, okay, one vector will be along this direction and one vector will be towards this direction. All the 3 axes will have some component. So its mathematical form can be written like this: x I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. So this is the general mathematical form of any vector. Okay. Ax, ay, az value we can find as we have done previously. Okay. Now let us check whether we can do the reverse process or not. This you remember. Okay. This you remember. This is the method, the general method of a vector. Okay, means if, let for example, if it is given v vector equal to 2 I cap plus 3 j cap minus 5 k cap. this much meter per second. What does this mean? This means v vector is a vector which has 2 meter per second component along x axis, 3 meter per second component along y axis, and 5 meter per second component along minus z axis. That is its mean. Okay. So remember here this x, ax, ay, az, these are simple numbers or scalars. Okay, and this I cap, j cap, and k cap are actually giving the direction, or they are the unit vectors along x and y and z. Okay. Now let us check whether we can do the reverse process or not. Reverse process means in the just last example we have written a vector f vector equal to 5 root 3 I cap plus 5 j cap. Let this is a vector, this is given a vector f vector equal to 5 root 3 I cap plus 5 j cap Newton. Now I want to convert it into diagram form, or I want to show it in the diagram. In the last part what we have done, just the opposite thing. A diagram was given or a vector with its direction it is given, and we were writing the mathematical form. Now let us check whether we can do the reverse process or not. Means if a mathematical equation is given or mathematical form is given, can we derive it in the or can we know what is the magnitude of the vector and what is the direction of the vector? Can we draw that in a diagram? Let us check. So before that we have to understand one more concept. What is that? If this is your a vector and this was theta, I was writing this as a cos theta, or I am writing it as ax I cap. This vector I was writing as ax I cap, x axis, it is y axis, and along this direction there is a vector which I was writing as ay j cap. Okay, this angle was 90 degree. Now remember, and I was also writing this line. What is that? A vector equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap. Now remember your parallelogram law or triangle law formulas. If there is a vector a vector like this and there is a vector b vector like this, there is a vector r vector will be like this. This is the resultant vector, and if this angle between a vector and b vector is 90 and if this angle is beta, then we have two formula. R will be equal to a square plus b square root over, because here this angle is 90, and beta equal to tan inverse of b by a. This was the special formula we have learned in the triangle law, or in parallelogram law also you can write the same formulas. If these are two vectors, then the resultant can be given by this and the direction of the resultant can be given by this. Okay. Now here also there are two vectors, ax I cap vector and ay j cap vector, and these two vectors added to give this vector. Yes or no? Here also the same thing was there or not? R vector was giving you a vector plus b vector. Okay. So here I can use the same formula, because here also ax I cap and ay j cap, they have the angle 90 degree. So what I can write here? I can write here that a will be equal to, what is the expression of r here? Here you see there it was r, here it is a. There it was a vector, here it is ax I cap vector. There it was b vector, here it is ay j cap vector. Okay. There this angle is 90, here also this angle is 90. There this angle is beta, here this angle is theta. That was the differences. Now let us write exactly these expressions here. If I write the expression of a using this formula, then what will be this? It will be ax I cap, a vector magnitude square plus b vector magnitude square. So here I will write ax vector magnitude square, because ax I cap is the vector, but what is the magnitude? Ax. So ax square plus ay square root over. Similarly, if I want to write theta, there it was beta, but here it is theta. Theta will be equal to tan inverse of what? Ay by Ax, B vector magnitude divided by A vector magnitude. So these were the formulas. A vector equal to this and theta equal to this. I think you understood it. It is very simple if you compare these two diagrams. Okay. Now let us solve it. This was the vector given by using these two formulas. This is a very important formula. You just write it down. Okay. Now let us solve it. What was asked? We have to convert this into a diagram form. How to convert? Using this formula, I can find the value of f as this square plus this square root over ax square plus ay square root over this is ax and this is ay. So it will be equal to 5 root 3 square plus 5 square root over. So what will the value of f? F will be, if you do it, you will get 10. You do it this calculation, you will get 10 Newton. So remember that the force has a magnitude of 10 Newton, which is not in this mathematical form, but you can calculate it. Okay. And what is the direction, in which direction this F vector went? Use this formula. What to do? Theta equal to tan inverse of ay by ax means 5 by 5 root 3. So it will be theta equal to tan inverse 1 by root 3 or theta equal to 30 degree. So what is the conclusion from here? What you got? If F vector is this, then it will look like this. This will be x, this will be y. Okay, it is a F vector is a vector of magnitude 10 Newton, making an angle of 30 degree with the x axis. So it will be like this, F vector magnitude of 10 Newton, and it makes an angle of 30 degree with x axis. How to know with x axis? Why not with y axis? Again the same answer. See here, if it is tan inverse of b by a, then the angle will be with a. This concept I have already explained, that with whatever vector you are writing the angle, that you have to take as a vector, or with that you have to write the angle. Similarly here you can see, you are writing ay by ax, means the angle must be given with ax vector. Similarly here you are writing 5 by 5 root 3. So with what the angle 30 degree will be? With the 5 root 3 direction. Or what is the 5 root 3 direction here? I cap. So along the x axis. Again let me clear this. How I know that it is along x axis, not along the 30 degree is with x, not with y. If in this is the general expression we got from triangle law. Here this beta was the angle with a vector, and the formula is tan inverse b by a. So whatever here in the denominator, with that it is beta angle we found. So here also what is there in the denominator? Ax. So this theta is with the ax vector or ax I cap vector. Similarly here what is the denominator? 5 root 3. So this theta is with the 5 root 3 direction, or with the I cap direction, means with the x axis. If you want to find the angle with the y axis, then you can do this, not tan inverse of 5 by root 3, rather you do tan inverse of 5 root 3 by 5. Then you will get 60 degree. Okay, if I will do this part, if I will do theta equal to tan inverse of 5 root 3 by 5, then tan theta equal to 60 degree. And in this case, this angle 60 degree is with this 5 unit. 5 unit means along j cap. So you will get that this angle is 60 degree, but both have same meaning. First case I found with x axis 30 degree, or in second case I found in y axis 60 degree, but they have same meaning. So what we have done here, a mathematical form was given to me, f vector equal to this much, and I found the in which direction the vector, how the vector looks like actually, what is the magnitude and what is the direction. So we learn both the thing. If this thing is given, then we learn how to write this. Then if this thing is given, we learn how to write this. And that is what our concept or our aim of the today's class. At the initial I have told, I want to write the mathematical form of a given vector, and also I knew the opposite or reverse process. From the mathematical form, I have written the the diagram form, or I know how to draw the, I knew how to know the diagram form. Okay. Thank you for today's class. We will meet in the next class, and the assignments are given in the description. You just go through the assignment, do all the questions, so that it will be clear. If you have any doubt, or if you have any conceptual clarity is not there, then it will be clarified through those numericals. Okay. So till then, be safe and study well. Thank you.